It's time for another AAC basketball doubleheader, and today we have ourselves one heck of an opener. The number 16 Bryan College Lions travel from Dayton, Tennessee to take on the hosting Bluefield College Rams here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello everybody, Bailey Engel here. We're glad to have you with us on a Saturday as Bryan College tries to add their 24th win of the season. Currently 19-0 in the AAC, going up against a struggling Rams team that has lost 2 games in a row, both giving up 70 points in each of those games. Also trying to avoid the sweep against Bryan College, who beat them back on November 13th, all the way before Thanksgiving, 65-58 in Tennessee. Rams playing with a starting lineup of Sierra Cook, who has dialed it in at times in the first quarter for Corey Mullins, now in his 6th season as the head coach of Bluefield College. The biggest challenge for Bluefield throughout the year, slow starts. Corey Mullins said that oftentimes when Bluefield College would be on the road, it would be before about 10 minutes in before they got off the bus, so to speak. So now trying to get a win against a Bryan team that has dominated throughout AAC play. The Rams only lost to them by single digits, 7 points back on November 13th. So Haley Turman, Sierra Cook, Kendall Cloninger, Morgan Wiley, and Anna Crockett all on the floor for Bluefield College. No Kiana Campbell, no Emily Hart. Couple injuries the Rams have really had to try to come back from, and it has been tough for them. Caitlin Hennessy will likely be in the middle for the jump today for Bryan, headed by Jason Smith in his 9th season. Carly Combs on the floor, as is Sarah Kane, Deandra Luna, and on the far side, and Morgan Wiley with Combs. Ball's in the air. Kendall Cloninger has it, and we are underway. Haley Turman can get it done beyond the arc. Saw her shooting in a halftime presentation a few days ago in the men's game celebrating National Girls and Women in Sports Day, and Haley Turman was dialed in, maybe made 3 in a row. Pass goes to the logo, 5 on the shot clock, stolen. Combs to the rim, and Bryan takes the lead. That was Caitlin Hennessy, rather. And we did not mention Destiny Kastner also on the floor. Crockett backs in. 9 of the game clock as Sierra Cook buries one from beyond the arc. Well, Bluefield has been in games late because of Sierra Cook's quick starts. Drive, and the bucket falls for Carly Combs. So the number 16 team in the country. Bryan has been very talented for the last few years. 8:24 game clock. It's inside to Haley Turman, goes to the left, misses rim. Running the point up the floor, Deandra Luna. Lob in. And Destiny Kastner just ham-fisted the ball out to the baseline. Bluefield College gets it back down by 1. 8:05 on the clock. We got a doubleheader for you today. Men's basketball right after this at approximately 5 o'clock. Bluefield 12-13, 10-9 in the AAC, going up against a similarly scheduled Bryan College team, 12-12. And they are 11-9 in the conference. Crockett gets a little help from the window and takes the lead back for Bluefield. From the elbow, swing it out for Combs. Trying to go for the pick and roll, doesn't work. Haley Turman on the defense. Sierra Cook, what a move. Kicks it out to Crockett. Morgan Wiley's wide open. Rebound for Turman. Bluefield with a fresh 20. 7 on the shot clock. Wiley backs it up to Turman, and a shot clock violation. She didn't get that off anyway, I don't believe, but they were going to give her the benefit of the doubt if she hit the rim or not, but she airballed it, so after Crockett's miss, Bluefield maintains the lead, but Bryan with the ball right back. Defense for Bryan has been pretty stout so far. Rams have worked down the shot clock a couple of times. Stop and pop for Deandra Luna, and the 2-point bucket falls. Wiley back of the rim. Pulled away by Sarah Kane. 5'8" guard from Jacksboro, Tennessee. Here's a 3. Another air ball. And Bluefield gets it back. Now Curtis into the game. Bluefield got on a run against Tennessee Wesleyan, and Curtis, her chemistry with Cook is what really propelled it for the Rams. Sarah Cook with a stagger step. Crosses over, lays it up, nothing there. Caitlin Hennessy swings it out. Bang. Count all 3 for Carly Combs. .540 left to go. Haley Turman at the top. Man-to-man defense still bearing down on Bluefield. Crockett gets fouled. She'll go to the line. So the junior from Whitfield, Virginia gets a shot at 2 with 5:20 remaining in the first. Couple subs running in for the Lions. Shayla Ludy and 00 Tristan McClellan. Senior point guard from Byrdstown, Tennessee. Almost everyone on this roster except for Shayla Ludy is from Tennessee. Only Georgia native on the team as Crockett hits the first. Puts the Rams back within 2. McClellan. Comes Caitlin Hennessy. Morgan Wiley pulls the ball down. Outlet Crockett. 4:55 first quarter. Haley Turman out of a double team. Cook recovers. Jumps up. Got nothing. Hennessy with a rebound. McClellan up the floor. Another tie-up and no foul called. Possession arrow favors Bryan. Stolen by Campbell and stepped out of bounds. Oh, Campbell back into the game for Bluefield College, the point guard, transfer from Robert Morris in Illinois. Driving down the baseline, scoop and miss. Cook into the front court. Crockett finds an open Curtis, buries the long 2, and the game is tied. Here's a 3. Back iron miss, long rebound Turman. Campbell pushes the floor. Sarah Cook lets the defense catch up. Turman finds Curtis. Missed the layup. Oh, what a great cutting play in. Just missed the 2-footer. And Bryan finds another bucket, courtesy Hennessy. Rams hanging in there in the first. Bryan has forced everything to go inside. Campbell with 5 of the shot clock. Turman, time running out, hits the rim. 2:55 and counting. Hennessy down the floor. Backs herself in. McClellan gets the layup to fall. .230 on the clock. Curtis bounces into Turman. It's a zone defense. Turman walked. Wanted a foul, but they give it back to Bryan. Kendall Cloninger rechecks in. Shayla Spell, the Idaho native, into the ball game. Ludy backs up, cuts back in. Now to the line, fouled by Spell. That's the first foul called on Bluefield. Actually, they call a reach in on Sierra Cook. Ludy hits the first free throw. 5-point lead for Bryan, the number 16 team in the country. And it's a 2-for-2 trip for Ludy. 6-point lead. Rams have been able to rally in the first moments. Can't get too discouraged to begin this game. Sierra Cook. No roll off of the screen. Campbell to the bucket. Well, they need that aggression from Campbell and the athleticism. She surely has it. McClellan. Left hand off the side of the backboard. Slight numbers. Cook. Over to Cloninger. Baseline, long 2. It'll count as an assist for Cook. Wasn't pretty, but counted anyway. It's a 2-point game. Here's a 3 by Kane. She missed, but tipped it back out to her teammate. And that falls for Luna. 5-point lead. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Campbell from the right elbow. Crockett draws a foul. She'll go to the line for 2 more. Second foul called on Bryan. So push on Luna. And Tiana Scott into the game. First free throw bounces out. And she missed both. Bryan ball. 39.1 seconds left to go. All right, so they have to take 0.3 off of the clock by rule. Don't have the usual clock operator in, so let's see how long that takes in actually a reasonable amount of time. 38.8 seconds. Three for McClellan. Front rim miss. Cloninger pulls down the rebound. Shot clock is off with 25 seconds left to go. Corey Mullins calls for the offense to slow it down to get the last shot. 15 seconds. Stolen. Ludi swings it back. Baseball it up to Kane. Bounces into McClellan, too short. Rams want to get a shot off. Scott at the buzzer, nothing. And she walked. So she walked with 0.2 seconds left. See if Bryan even tries this here. And she doesn't. And we never started the clock. So we'll go to the second quarter. 18-13 the score. Second quarter underway. Bluefield College down by 5 to the number 16 team in the country, and Bryan 23-1, 19-0 AAC. Drive in, off the mark. Loose rebound, corralled by Cook. New player in, and for Bryan, that's Amadea Pankey. Crockett, determined. Scott lost the ball. Cook picked it back up. 7 seconds. Cook doesn't hit rim, but got the rebound anyway. That was going to be close. Reinstated the clock, but it's the second chance points to fall. 18-15. Lane opened up for McClellan and buries the layup. 20-15, 5-point game. Back of the man-to-man for Bryan. Cook's open. Rebound, Ludi. Coast to coast. Oh, they're going to try to beat Bluefield on speed, and with plays like that, they might be able to. 22-15. Ludi tipped it loose. Stays Bluefield ball. 8:14 left to go. Morgan Wiley runs into the game. I believe this is Sierra Cook's first break. Campbell, now the point guard. 9 on the shot clock. Wiley, one heck of a pump fake, hands it off for Campbell. It's rim, and Bryan gets it back. 22-15. Timeout called by Corey Mullins with 8 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone. Bryan leads by 7:55 remaining first half. Scoop and a miss. Boy, Caitlin Hennessy has tried that layup a few times. The distance on her layups is going a little too far to the left. Rims are doing a good job defensively, keeping them a bit honest on drives like that. What can they do offensively, though, with 7:30 left in the first half? Campbell misses. Bryan ball. 7:27 left on the clock. Carly Combs back into the game. Curtis joins for Bluefield. Kendall Cloninger and Crockett go to the bench. Step back. Miss. And Wiley ranges to get the rebound after the miss from Hennessy. Wiley. Campbell from the elbow. Hennessy up the floor. Spins, gets fouled. She'll go to the line for a couple. Foul on Curtis. First team foul of the second quarter. First one for Hennessy, nothing but net. Both of them fall. It's a 9-point game. Largest lead of the day so far for Bryan. Curtis dribbled it off her foot. Here's a three. Combs from the baseline. 12-point game, 6:15 left in the second quarter. Cook floats and swishes it home. Ends a long Bluefield drought. Hennessy bounces to Kane. Layup is off target. Cook pulled the ball away for Bluefield. Kane's right behind her, and a reach-in foul called on the Bryan guard. Substitutes coming in. Andrew Luna and Destiny Kastner. Sister of former Bluefield College tight end Zach Kastner is in attendance today. Campbell outside to Cook. .5:20 second quarter. And a three from Combs, dialed in from the far side. Five minutes, 4 seconds. Rams need a rally before they go in at halftime. Wiley spots up and airballs. And the officials not know where that ball actually went off of, and apparently it was skimmed at the end by someone on Bryan. So this seems like a simple change. I believe they want to figure out where the shot clock went because operator had already reset it. Campbell ready to inbound. Good cut for Cook. Turman, side to let it fly, ended up missing. Thought about it, Luna swings it out to Combs, who's hit her past 2 threes. Kane, heavy dribbles. Gets fouled as she was going to the rack. Off the rim. After missing both, Bluefield gets it back. Rams trailing by 13. A foul called. Crockett has done a good job of racking up fouls against Bryan. Goes on Kane. Now she goes to the bench. Ludi back into the game. Campbell finds Crockett. Step back, swirls in and out. Hennessy, Ludi fires one. Rims out for Bryan. And Bluefield gets the rebound. Scott picks the dribble back up and passes over to Campbell. Campbell off the rim, or excuse me, off of the backboard. Luna backs up, has space, and misses. Trying to push the floor. Campbell inside out to Turman. She goes to Cook and finishes with the three. Rams back within 10. Timeout called by Bryan. And apparently they didn't. Official just blew the whistle for no reason. 30-20. That's a huge bucket for Sierra Cook. Luna missed, and Cook slapped the ball into the hands of Turman. Right back to the guard from Chesapeake. Scott makes it a 7-point game. See if this whistle is real. It is. Timeout called by Bryan, and the Rams are back within single digits. Out to the wing. Into the corner for Ludy with 2:20 left to go in the half. Lob inside, and Kastner missed. Scott finds Turman. Campbell, why not shoot a three? And she missed. Here comes Combs. McClellan pivots it out for Hennessy. 9 on the shot clock. Hennessy with a step back two. Bricks it off the window. Rebound Campbell. It's a big possession for Bluefield to try to cut it within 7. Possibly 5. A double dribble. Minute 20 left to go. Down to a minute 5. Hennessy backs in, penetrates with 5 seconds, and gets hacked by Haley Turman. Free throw is good for Hennessy. 31-23. Lucrative trip to the line, 2 of 2. 58 seconds left in the first half. Campbell in the near wing. And the Rams get it back within 7 or maybe 6. Yes, they can with the bucket from Campbell. Ludy lost the ball. Clean steal by Scott. 30 seconds, pass it ahead to Crockett, and she ran out of space. That is unfortunate. .22 seconds left to go. Down to 10 seconds. McClellan sprints in on Cook. Now down to 5 seconds. Ludy step back three. Bricks it off the window. Rebound, and the stick back can't go. Scarlett Combs missed on a fadeaway jumper, so Bluefield, after trailing multiple times in that first half by double digits, they go into the locker room down by just 7. We come back More Rams women's basketball on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back for the third quarter. Rams only down by 7 after trailing at multiple times in that first half by double digits. Largest lead by Bryan was 13. Rams have only led by 1 early on in the game, and we never started the shot clock. So now we have to do that, and the game clock ran off an extra second. So he wants 9:56 and then 26 on the shot clock. All right, let's see if we can get this done. We did have problems with the scoreboard a few days ago where the LEDs and the lights were dim. There we go, 9:56 on the clock. And they get the shot clock down to 26. We are ready to play some basketball in the second half, 32-25. Rams have one double figures player in the first half. That was Sierra Cook, who's on the floor with 10, trying to make it 13 on the money. All of a sudden, it's a 2-possession game. 11 points for Carly Combs in that first half. Hennessy backs in on Cloninger. Back up to a 6-point game. Well, for Hennessy, she came out shooting a ton. She was 2 of 6, but also had 8 rebounds. Well, good for Cloninger, bumped into Turman. Cook to the rack. Good Bryan College contingent making their way out today. Luna in and out. 8:46, third quarter. Wiley underhands Cook. Switches hands. What a bounce out to Wiley. Just a bit too short. Pass inside. Kastner scores. All the way back up to an 8-point lead. Now the men's game for you right after this. Bluefield College over 500 in the AAC at the moment as Crockett misses. Rebounded by Kane. Kastner's wide open, and Haley Turman commits the foul, the first one of the second half. Like we have mentioned, Destiny Kastner, the sister of Zach Kastner, former Bluefield College tight end. A timeout called by Corey Mullins. Kastner's first shot out of the timeout is good. Bryan going for the sweep over Bluefield College after beating them 65-58 back in November. That's a 10-point game, 38-28. Rams had it down to 4 just moments ago. Bluefield College's lone basket of the second half is a three from Cook. Stolen by Luna. Whipped inside. Kastner went straight up. Got the rebound again. Kicks it out for Luna. Nothing but net. So she went 0 of 2 inside the paint there, but gets the assist with the paint touch. Tying the largest lead of the game at 13. The run continues. Cloninger. That'll end the run. It's a 10-point game again. Cloninger, her first three of the ball game. Foul called on Bluefield's Crockett. Actually on Sierra Cook. It's a push as Kane went to the floor. Second foul on Bluefield in the third quarter, halts the clock at 6:48. Kane with another kiss off the glass. Campbell doesn't have room in the right block and books a foul on Hennessy. 6:18 left to go. Pass into Cloninger. Campbell backs up with 6:14 left in the third quarter. The Rams are down by 12. Cloninger, another three. Off the rim. Stays Bluefield College ball. So the Rams get a fresh 20 after the shot clock was rolling down. Cloninger did get a piece of the rim. And an offensive foul. It's on Shayla Spell. Six minutes flat left to go. Third quarter. Bryan 23-1, undefeated in the AAC. If they get a win today, it'll be their 20th. As far as the conference goes. 9 on the shot clock. Hennessy. Missed it, loose ball. Kane regathers. Bullets it out, right side, Luna. No good. Gonna be a break for the Rams after superior ball movement by the Lions. Campbell spins, gets fouled. Another foul on Hennessy. So 43-31, still a 12-point game. And a foul called on Bluefield. Goes on Campbell. Rams have already racked up 4 fouls. Open three for Combs. Stays Bluefield's ball. Corey Mullins wants to call a full timeout to get something together. 43-31. Corey Mullins with an encouraging speech on the sidelines for Bluefield College. 43-31, they trail with 4:58 left to go in the third quarter. Swinging out left side, Combs loads up. It's the back iron hard. Through the hands of Wiley. Ludy misses. Another miss. 4:42 left to go. Rams get the ball. There's a good defensive stop there. Curtis with a couple of pump fakes. Dangerous feed up top, Turman. Anae Simmons gets her first playing time. Wiley. Simmons now. To the rack, muscling it up to the window. Curtis got a hand on it. Steal for Bluefield. Get a little bit of a run going with the confidence in the closing moments of the third. Curtis. Scott finding Simmons. Anae Simmons hits the front rim. Kane wasn't ready for the ball, found Ludy. Kastner was wide open. Three minutes left to go. Rams down by 12, need a bucket now. Scott, what an athletic play. Two minutes, 33 seconds in the third quarter. McClellan, oh, that was just a prayer, and she missed as well. Combs couldn't stick the putback. Pass was telegraphed by Kane, kept it alive. Up front to McClellan. Clock rolling down to 2:05, still in the third quarter. Wiley skates to the top of the key, launches and connects. Rams back within single digits. It's a 9-point game. Ludy changes that. Timeout called. 12-point game. Minute 40 left to go. 50-38 the score. Minute and a half. Tiana Scott up to Cook. Threes are falling for Bluefield. 9-point game. Minute 13 left to play in the third. McClellan backs in. Kane rattles it in. Make that Luna. 14. Make it a 12-point game. 53 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Scott walked. Can't have turnovers like that. Kane to Luna. 48 seconds and counting. Pumped it loose. That was the 5th foul on Bluefield, so now we're going to see a couple of free throws from McClellan. Back up to a 13-point lead. Tristan McClellan, the senior, eyeing the rim, lets it fly, misses the second. Loose ball. Crockett picked it up. Out to the left wing. Cook finds Crockett, jumps, and scores. Shot clock off, 18, now 17 seconds. 11-point game. Down to 5 seconds. Luna at the buzzer, misses, and it will be an 11-point lead Bryan has as we head to the fourth. Ten minutes left to play in this game. 11-point game. Bryan holding on to that lead, but Bluefield has hung around the entire time. Front rim miss, and Turman pulled down the board, and she got fouled. Rams into the front court, Turman to Cloninger with the pump fake. It's a loose ball. Layup falls for Luna. Just like that, back up to a 13-point lead, tying the largest lead of the game for Bryan. Diana Scott. Cloninger. Bounces out to Cook. Crockett backs up. Hits the rim. Boy, Sierra Cook has fought so hard. Possession continues. Scott, this time, buries the bucket. What a possession for Bluefield College, fighting for a few offensive rebounds. And now it's a 10-point game. Have to make a stop on defense. Looney dribbles the ball out of bounds. Don't forget, we got the men's game right after this, so fans, stick around, watch the second game. Crockett wants some help. Lane opens up, and Scott lays it up and in. 8-point game. .808 left to go. Luna backs up, finds Kane, launches, swish. Boy, that just lets the wind out of Bluefield's sails for just a moment. Rams can still be confident. Eventually, they're going to have to start pulling the trigger on threes like that as well. Crockett inside, no foul, but it's Bluefield's ball. Tiana Scott flings it into the court. Step back for Sierra Cook. She knew she was going to miss it, followed her shot, and McClellan got the rebound anyway. 7.5 minutes before this one's over. Bryan trying to improve to 20-0 in the AAC. Kastner passes back out McClellan. Here's Kane. Wow. Another one for Kane. Largest lead of the game. Goes against the screen. Crockett. Missed. Swing it out, Turman. Scott down the baseline, and a foul. .645 left to go. Couple for Tiana Scott. Yes, on the first one. Rams need a big run, and they need it to start now. 6:45 left to go. Second one rolls out. Kane into the front court. There's Luna. Watched her set up a screen. McClellan finds Kastner on a pump fake. Swerves around and gets the bucket to fall. .15-point lead for the Bryan College Lions. Cloninger with a moonshot three, keeping Bluefield in this game. McClellan, air balls. Anna Scott with Bluefield down by 12. Passed up a three opportunity. No one's cutting inside. Crockett lost the ball. McClellan gathers. Underhands it back to Luna. 5 minutes, 38 seconds. Luna, no look dish to Kane. Gets fouled as she shot a three. So that's 3 shots for Kane. She seems to be injured on the play, and we will bring this to a timeout. 5:31 left to go. So Combs is going to shoot the threes, or shoot the free throws. First one goes. Second one falls. 5:31 left to go. So she goes 2 of 3 at the line. Scott wants someone to set up on the left side. Finds in Spell. Cook, step back 2. Clock down to 5:10. Luna to the window. Largest lead of the game for Bryan. And unfortunate timing for Bluefield College. Seems to be running out of gas on offense. Tyler Scott scoops and misses. 4:30 left in the game. Down the baseline, Ludi hits the underside of the backboard. Stick back can't go, but Combs is fouled. Second free throw. Third straight game where the Rams have allowed 70 points. And when you talk to Corey Mullins about his specific brand of basketball, when you let up that many points, it's tough for them to win because they're such a defensively molded team. .350 left to go. Luna spots up. Campbell pulls down the board. Crockett. McClellan out to Combs. 9 seconds. Kastner for three. Nothing but net. And the lead has exceeded 20. 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. And the shot clock needs to be reinstated at 25. I think they started it before Bluefield even inbounded the ball. Sierra Cook misses, and Turman sticks it in. Timeout by Corey Mullins, 73-54 the score with 2:41 left to go. On the backcourt, Bryan pushes it up forward. 2:35 left to go. Lays it up and in again. Kastner with a couple more. Cloninger turns around and misses. Crockett, though, finds herself 2 points off the glass. Rams with no timeouts left, 2 minutes left to go. Kastner waits for help and passes on the near side for McClellan. So Bryan College, they'll improve to 24-1, 20-0 in the AAC. Lob inside to Kastner, missed everything. Bluefield College ball. Rams bringing in a whole new platoon. Taylor Dunford, goes Brianna Poole, Taylor Sutherland. Sutherland, two-sport athlete, goes on the deck, and it stays with Bluefield after the block. So stick around right after this. We have right around 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes in between the women's game and the men's game. Also seeing some new players come in for Jason Smith's team. So you see Richard Morgan's squad after a big win a few nights ago against Milligan. First time they've swept Milligan since 2012. Dunford, 5 seconds, Campbell. Had a little help from the rim, but it bounces out. Saves with Bluefield, though. 1:14. They have 20 seconds. Fresh one on the shot clock. Stolen. 1 minute remaining. Rams back off. Caitlin Hennessy up the floor. Faith Simmons And Tori Burnett. Rattles in. Another three falling for Bryan. Tori Burnett putting them up by 22 points. Campbell dribbles the ball off her foot, picked it back up. Good pass out to Dunford. Bounces that one in. "15 seconds left. Bryan will dribble it out. And that will be the ball game. 8 seconds now to 7. And Bryan College comes into Bluefield and sweeps the Rams to improve to 24-1, 20-0 in the AAC. Bluefield drops another and falls to 7-19, 6-14 in the AAC. We'll step aside for half an hour. Until then, reminding you the final score. Bryan wins this one 78-58.